Good afternoon, Budapest. Before we begin this very important conversation, I'd like to ask everyone in the audience to please rise for a brief moment of silence in memory of the two Israeli diplomats that were brutally murdered in Washington, D.C. last week, Sarah Milgram and Yaron Lashinsky. Thank you. May their memories be a blessing, and may we never, ever become numb to the evil forces in this world. Thank you again. So listen, it is an absolute honor to be back here in Budapest for CPAC Hungary. Today, we stand at the crossroads between sovereignty and globalism. And this conversation with my dear friend Yair Netanyahu could not be more urgent than it is today. As nation states, we face unprecedented internal and external threats, and we gather here as patriots to affirm that national identity, regional security, moral clarity still matter. So let's jump right into the Q&A with our special guest here today. Yair, why do you believe that Israel's war is not just a regional conflict, but the frontline battle of Western civilization against barbarism? You know, you have the so-called Free Palestine movement has become a vehicle for this Red-Green Alliance, Islamists, radical Marxists, who seek to destroy the West from within. If Israel falls, what is going to stand in the way for Europe and America being next?
Thank you, Brian. I want to just say first that such a pleasure to be here in CPAC and in Hungary and in Budapest. I almost feel like at home when I'm in Budapest and in Hungary. I've been here so many times, and every time I enjoy the city and the people so much. Thank you. And really, as a conservative, as an Israeli, and as a Jewish person, there isn't almost anywhere in the world that I feel as safe and welcome as I am in Hungary and in Budapest. And I want to thank to the Hungarian people and Prime Minister Orban for the steadfast support to Israel and the great alliance we have between our countries. And we are deeply appreciative for the support of Hungary to Israel. So thank you for that. Following up your question, Brian, it's important to understand that the riots and the so-called protests of the pro-Palestinian title that we see in the West, that we see in Western Europe, that we see in North America, it's not really about Israel and it's not really about the Palestinians. The Palestinian flag is the new version, updated version of the hammer and sickle communist red flag. It's the symbol of the desire to destroy the Western civilization as we know it. And Israel is the beginning, but it's definitely not the end. They call the Islamists in the Middle East, call Israel the small Satan, America the big Satan, and Europe is the middle-sized Satan, yeah, somewhere in between. Geographically, though, it's closer to the Muslim world. And there is this phenomena of this red-green alliance. If you're not aware of this term, red is the color of Marxists and the updated version of Marxism, which is woke, progressive, all of that stuff. And green is the color of Islamists. So both of these ideologies want to destroy the Western civilization, the Judeo-Christian culture that we all are a part of. They have different reasons why they want to destroy it. The Marxists want to destroy the Western civilization in order to build this utopian Marxist society that can only take place after the current society is destroyed. The Islamists want to have a Sharia Islamic world, but they have the same goal, which is the destruction of Western civilization. And Israel is just the first target because they think it's the easiest because we are the smallest. And in their plan, once they're done with Israel, they're going to come after Europe, and they're going to come after America. And the Islamist protests in the Middle East, they chant, after Saturday comes Sunday. First we take care of the Jews, then we're going to take care of the Christians. And you see in the protests, the pro-Palestinian protests, the pro-Israeli protests, for example, in America, they wave the American flag. They sing the American national anthem at the end of the rally. In Britain, they are waving the Union Jack and they sing God Save the King. But in the pro-Palestinian protests in the UK, in America, they burn the American flag. They burn the British flag. If it's in Germany, they burn the German flags. They burn the French flag. It's not really about Israel, and it's not really about the Palestinians. It's the desire to destroy Western civilization.
Yeah, you touched on something very important there. First, they come for the Saturday people, i.e. the Jews. Then they come for the Sunday people. So why is, Israel so important to the Christian community, in your opinion? And maybe briefly tell the audience a little bit more, what happened to Bethlehem after the Oslo Accords?
So I guess we all know the importance of Israel to Christianity. Our roots, we have common roots. Jesus was born and raised as a Jew in the province of Judea his whole life, and all of his disciples were Jewish, and St. Paul was Jewish. But besides that, Israel is the only safe haven for Christianity and Christians in the Middle East. Throughout the Middle East, the Christians are being ethnically cleansed and persecuted, and most of them have already fled the region. The only country in the Middle East that Christian population is not declining but is rising is Israel. And this holy city of Bethlehem, where Jesus Christ was born, it's a great example for the importance of Israel as the guardian of Christianity and Christians in the Middle East. Up until the Oslo Accords in 1993, Israel controlled Bethlehem, and the population was 80% Christian, the population of the city, 80% Christian. In 1993, Israel gave the control to the Palestinian Authority, and they immediately started persecuting the Christians in the city. And now, in 2025, the Christian population of Bethlehem is around 10%.
Wow. Shocking. So, yeah, let's talk a little bit about foreign influence. Qatar has poured billions of dollars into American universities, transforming elite institutions into echo chambers, woke campuses that are all anti-Western, anti-Israel, anti-Semitic, and anti-Judeo-Christian values. How do you think we allowed this influence to happen from both Iran, Qatar, other bad actors, to take such deep root in the education system in America?
It is a big problem, and a lot of people assume that Qatar is exactly like other Gulf countries, like the UAE or Saudi Arabia. It is not. It's a Muslim Brotherhood regime, which has been outlawed in most Arab Muslim countries. It's outlawed in Saudi Arabia, it's outlawed in Egypt, it's outlawed in the UAE. The Muslim Brotherhood ideology is the ideology of Hamas, the organization, of Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and all these other nice organizations. And they are the chief sponsors of all of these organizations. The headquarters of Hamas is in Qatar, which is the equivalent of Afghanistan hosting bin Laden and Al-Qaeda after 9/11. Qatar is interested in the destruction of Israel, of course, but it's not its final goal. It's interested of submitting all of the West to the Sharia Islamist point of view that they believe in, and this is why they are the biggest funders of European elite universities and American elite universities. They're putting a lot of money into the media, into social media as well, into politics, and they are brainwashing European youth and American youth to hate Western civilization, to hate their countries, to hate their heritage, their Christian heritage, and their national pride, to lose faith in their national pride and patriotism. So it is a big problem, not just for Israel, but for the entire West.